Hey, I'm back with another Dad Thoughts video. Not usual for me to do two videos in one day, but here's my second video from today. So, I find it interesting when I go online. Again, I like to look at like positive things, but every once in a while I'll read some article about somebody that's considered famous and successful, whether it's um a business person, an actor, an athlete, whatever it might be. It's not hard to find different articles and things about the habits of successful people. And get up early, up at 4 a.m., out there doing your thing, put in lots of hours, and all these other things that you read about these people. You think, oh wow, this guy is a multimillionaire, this is amazing, all these things that they're doing. uh, you know I've come to realize you have to be careful what bar you set to measure yourself by. Like if I see these things, I may be tempted to think this is something I need to emulate. I need to, do what these people are doing. But when I reflect and I look at the way I try to live my life, all right, I don't have millions. That's cool. I think I may get some in the future. I'm working on that. Um, but what I'm more interested in is what is the quality of my life, and what am I putting into my surroundings. All right. So what do I mean by that? Could I find something that I can invest 100 hours a week in, and dedicate myself completely to that? I could very easily find that. But what am I putting aside in order to do things? Now, the bar that I use, it's different. It's not that kind of material stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. I do things for material gain, but I prefer to put my hours in to my wife, put hours into my kids, put hours into my friends. Um, I get much more pleasure and a bigger reward out of doing those things. Like, be careful what you start looking at and seeing as success. Because one of the things, I'm not saying this is everything. I'm not familiar with famous people. I don't have any famous friends. But I think a lot of the time, behind these stories, I can look at the person, and you just scratch the surface, and you'll see, okay, this person is very successful by a certain bar they're getting measured by, but how many marriages have they had? What's their relationship with their kids? You start looking at some of these people, and it's like, oh, kids with different addictions. And I'm not saying that doesn't happen in other places, but you start looking at these things. What are they putting aside in order to reach a success, and what does this success bring them? Now, I know I'd rather have a stable home life instead of having success and seeing my kids on the weekend. I'd rather have a happy wife that we can share all these things than a frustrated wife that only sees me, a few hours at night. It's my measure. Now, I may be limiting myself a bit, but I'm fine with it. Like for me, I feel like I have success by my way of measuring it. So just be careful when you're out there, because you never know. You may go out there and try to achieve the success that you want, but what are you putting aside? What's gonna be your legacy? I want to have kids that have reached their full potential. I want to have a long and happy marriage. I want to have great relationships with my friends. I don't have that many, but the ones I do, I try to cultivate. You know, some sort of relationship there. So anyway, I just want to put that out there. Be careful. If that's what you want to do, hey, great. I'm not knocking it. Everybody's different. But I think not everyone needs to be chasing the same things. There are other things you can focus on, and you might be happier chasing other things. Um, so anyway, that's it. Just want to share some thoughts out there about what I think is important. All right. Have a great one.